And there we have it, people. Arsenal 2, Wolves 1. This game started off a little differently with Havertz today not starting and Trossard comes back into the midfield. The first half was similar to the Champions League midweek game. We started fast. That first 30 minutes of the game, we blitzed Wolves. Wolves couldn't cope with us. The ball was zipping around. Our fullbacks were moving forward. Tomiyasu was bombing forward. Didn't put as many crosses in as he did during the midweek, but that was down to Saka. Saka, every time he had the chance, he would cut inside. He had that side of the pitch under pressure. He was getting double teamed. It didn't matter. He split the defenders. He was linking up with Odegaard. Odegaard was moving around the midfield, so Zinchenko did not need to invert. Zinchenko stayed mostly on the left side, where Martinelli also was terrorizing Semedo. We got a goal early, some nice passes between Saka, Jesus. Ultimately, Tomiyasu lays the ball off to Saka, who scores to make it 1-0. Beautiful goal. Shortly thereafter, we have what was a lovely team play. The ball gets passed around, ultimately finding Odegaard in the box, where he's able to place the ball into the far right corner. 2-0. By this point, you could pretty much say the game was over. At least that's what we thought. We thought it was going to be similar to the Champions League game where it could have been 5-6, who knows. But you saw some things where players were getting greedy. Jesus was wasteful. He had a number of opportunities to score. He couldn't find the back of the net. He had an opportunity where he could have squared the ball to Martinelli after Odegaard split the defense. And instead, Jesus lays a tame shot into the goalkeeper's hands. The Wolves goalkeeper, Sa, had to be replaced through injury. And I don't know if that move took the sting out of the game. I don't know if our players thought that that was it. We went into halftime still 2-0. Come out from halftime and they seemed to stay in the dressing room because they didn't even bother to play as they did in the first half. One thing you started to see was Cunha started to become a nuisance. Wang started to come into the game. Whether he was buying cheap fouls, they were growing into the game. And there was a passage of play where Zinchenko made a foolish mistake where I don't know if he tried to go for the ball, if he tried to flick the ball, I don't know what he tried to do. Semedo blows past him, and it was Martinelli who had to chase all the way back to save it. And then Zinchenko said, I'm not done there. Gives the ball away in the defensive half. I don't know what he was trying to do there, whether he was holding the ball too long, if he was trying to be too clever for his own self. And then a third mistake, just a few moments after that, where he gives the ball away again. That didn't wake up the team. Wolves began to put pressure on us. They made some changes. They started to grow into the game more. We could not break them down. Made some changes of our own. The biggest mistake is, in my opinion, we took off Jesus. Yes, Jesus is injury prone. Yes, he didn't take his chances, but he offered us something different up top. The ball would stick. He would bring other players in. We took him off to put Eddie on. And you know how the play breaks down with Eddie. Ultimately, Wolves would find their goal through a mistake by Zinchenko. Cunha scores, makes the 2-1 late on. Just moments later, Odegaard again splits their defense. Eddie with a nice run in behind is one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He hits the post. Hits the post. Wolves continue to apply pressure. The added time is added on. We're in the 90th minute, and Wolves are just huffing and puffing and just applying pressure. Ultimately, we get out of there unscathed. There was some warning signs. Again, that left side with Zinchenko is a problem. He is not a defender. He barely, if he does offer us anything going forward, he's a liability out there. He's a liability we do not need. Tomiyasu did go down. Hopefully it's just he felt something and it's nothing long term. Because I would prefer to put Ben White back at right back and put Tomiyasu on the left. Because Zinchenko is a liability over there. The manager doesn't trust Kivior to keep Kivior out there on the left. He did come on late to shore up the defense, but Zinchenko is not a defender. He doesn't belong in the last line of defense. If you're going to put him out there, you have to put him in the midfield. He cannot play on that left side where he's the last line of defense, because all he does is allow players to blow past him. He is overconfident, gives the ball away. He doesn't belong on that back line. What we did do, though, with the win, we continue to stay at the top of the league. We stretch out the lead for the time being until the other teams below us play. Hopefully, we get some good news in terms of Tomiyasu. Hopefully, they could shake this off, and when we play in a few more days against Luton, we can get our shooting boots back on. That was a stressful second half, but we got the job done in the end. I'll see you guys on the next one.